What's up, guys? It's Sense. Today we're going to be talking about potential features in Anime Vanguards. I do want to lead with a disclaimer saying that these aren't guaranteed to be in the game, but these were heavily upvoted in the Discord, so it's highly likely that the devs probably saw most of these. Um, and I will say this originally had 700 stars, but some guy got a little mad and nuked pretty much the whole Discord, so it is back up. But yeah, let's get right into it. So first one out of these, it's gonna be damage types. So this is just like elements and stuff. I feel like this is pretty good to put in the game. Adds a lot of like variety, because with most of these tower defenses, you're just using a lineup of all the meta units for like a month at a time. And I'm not gonna lie, that gets a little boring, kind of doesn't keep you holding on to the game for long. And then they said fire, dark, my favorite element, rose. But yeah, I feel like this is kind of good to add. And then on to the next one. So this one they said relics. So using gold, you can craft relics using materials obtained from legend stages. So I I like this, honestly. I feel like it's a little different from just the typical like blessings and stuff and just stats and all that. And this one is honestly the one that I look forward to the most if they add this is the summons relics. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a sucker for summons. Like Erwin and stuff, loved them. Reduces summoning cooldown by 25% and increases summon health by 50%. And look, even they said summons are like Erwin's horses from the base. Exactly. So these seem really interesting. I do like that it is gold. I feel like we do need more uses for gold in these games. They kind of neglect that currency. So I like this. I like this. Let's see. Next one is game modes. So they got guild tournaments, so that's a little different from just the solo tournaments and stuff. So top 3 shiny secret, top 10 secret, top 50 shiny mythic, and top 100 mythic. I like that. I mean, it gives them a lot more opportunity to give out units and stuff and kind of build up more of a limited selection of these hard to get units. And then, of course, tournaments, just like Anime Adventures, same thing with raids. And large scale maps with multiple paths for enemies to walk and 8 players per game. Damn. 8 players? The only thing with that is I would hope it scales if you have less than 8 people. Because sometimes, like, not everybody has people they can reach out to join them for raids. Unless they add, like, a matchmaking system. Where, like, you gotta be a specific level. That way you're not getting complete noobs with you in these raids. Yeah. Next one is modifiers. So this, like from Anime Adventures, I didn't play this event, but I did see the Halloween one. So this is from the Halloween one. So you get through these rounds. It's kind of like a roguelike if you've ever played one of those, where you get a card and it gives either a buff or a debuff, resulting in more rewards. So I do like this. I feel like it makes the grind a little more interesting and not, I guess, as much grinding. So I like this. Consumables. So, as long as these are with gold, I feel like that'll be fine. Once they start getting into like Robux and stuff, that gets a little bit annoying. Um, yeah, and let's see, what does it say? So, flags. I don't know about these because it kind of like defeats the purpose of like support units, I guess. Uh, let's see. So activating a shield onto your base that prevents enemies from. I mean, yeah, similar to Aizen and Anime Adventures, but I don't know. This one maybe could do without. And then trading and unit index, yeah. So like, if you guys play Anime Defenders, you know, there's that little thing that shows all of the units and their shiny variants and stuff for you to know what you've already collected and what you don't have. And then trading. Okay, this trading should be for exclusively limited units and shiny non-limited units, which is why this feature should only be available multiple updates into the game. Additionally, it should be locked for level 30 plus. I completely agree with this. So a big problem with Anime Defenders is that the economy has been ruined, bruh. Like, you go on there and everything has inflated in price like tenfold, because everybody's just AFK grinding and stuff, alt farming, all that, and it's kind of lost its edge, you know. So I think this specific way of trading would help make the game thrive. 2x speed. Okay, so this one I agree with. So it says here that it's not game modes without 2x speed is story stages and portals. I think this is good because if you push through those story stages and portals, you're gonna go through everything so fast, then you're gonna kind of be sitting there like confused on what to do, and you'll get bored and then stop playing, which obviously that's not what they want. And then game modes with 2x speed, infinite mode, and legend stages. 1000% agree. Infinite mode without 2x speed, I mean, look at Anime Defenders. You have people doing these 300 wave runs, and it's straight up taking 9 hours for them to do that, which, I mean, good for you if you got the time, but 9 hours is insane, and you have to stay there and keep moving around, that way you don't get kicked from the AFK timer. So, I don't know. And then general quality of life too. So level-based matchmaking, I was just talking about that. For infinite legend stages and stories, I think if they add in raids, you need to add in raids to the end of that. Nightmare mode should be unique, not a copy and paste of normal, real. You know, some of these other games, they just throw like Nightmare or something like that onto already existing stages, and then you're just doing the same thing over and over again. And then exist counter applied for all tradable units to view rarity. Yeah, I mean, real. Time chamber rewards gems and rerolls. You can and rerolls. Oof. I mean, I'm all for kind of de-glorifying rerolls. You know, making them more common and stuff. So I'm kind of cool with that. You can upgrade the time chamber using gems or gold to increase its efficiency and make it usable for AFK farming overnight. Depends on how pricey they make it. As long as it's nothing like insane, I'm cool with that. And then secret units. So banner secrets rotate out every 3 months. On release, they are strong, but as months go by, they get weaker, so things are balanced when they become limited. Yeah, that's cool, but I saw somebody say this in one of the other suggestions, is like, if you guys know Dragon Ball Legends or Dragon Ball Dokkan Battle, they do like EZAs and Zenkais. I think those, for some of these units that get outdated, I think that would help out a lot. I mean, that would help you not have to create a whole entire other unit, and then that'll also give purpose to those units that you already have, so you just don't have a bunch of old fodder sitting in your inbox. And they say limited secrets better than mythics, but not by a large margin. No limited secret should have OP support abilities. I agree. So like if you get these from, let's say, like a portal or something like that, only thing is, if they're not going to be much like large margin better than mythics, I don't think it should be as hard to get them as, let's say, like how Anime Adventures was doing it, where you grind a stage 100 times just to get the portal, and then you finally get that unit. That was a little like overboard. And then yeah, there was one more down here that he put, that he forgot to put up there. Okay, this one. So general quality of life. This is the first part. So lucky potions are purchasable as Robux. Yeah. Can also be obtained as drops, as it should be. And then a shiny luck potion could be added to increase the odds of shiny units. That would be cool. I mean, that could go like either way. That would kind of I feel like how rare shinies are, it's cool, but I feel like they might be a little too hard to get sometimes, because sometimes you just want that unit in a different variant, just for aesthetic and stuff. And then abilities can be set to automatically activate. Yep. And all abilities available are shown as a UI on the side of the screen. I don't know if they're talking about like it being above the unit stats or if it actually being on the side of the screen at all times. I think if you have it on the side of the screen at all times, that would be cool. Kind of like Bloons Tower Defense 6, where you have all those abilities and you just pull out that pop-up bar. And then let's see, leaderboard balancing. There should be traits enabled and traits disabled for Infinite and Infinity Castle. I like that because a lot of those games, like Anime Defenders, you have someone with a full team of Almighties, and there's no way you're beating that as whether it be a free to play or just a regular person who's not spending thousands on the game. Quest, damage slash kill quest. I think ASTD did great with that damage quest. Like a couple years ago, I haven't played it in so long. I think that was good. It gave you a reason to like keep grinding, And then trading, units show their stat, and if you hover over, it will show their stat percentage. I think that's cool. In my opinion, I think having anything over S in these types of games kind of sucks. Like, I think it should cap out at S. And I don't think an S should have multiple different stat types. So like Anime Adventure, you could get SSS and it could be 10% added onto your attack, or realistically like 23% added onto your attack. And then another unit could have the same SSS and get 27%. I think that's silly, because why are there different like, isn't that the whole point of having different tiers, is having different percentages? So I don't get one having multiple, and then it'll also show how many of each is tradable units. Yeah, that makes sense. Pretty much every tower defense game has had that. But yeah, I mean, if a lot of these are put in, we could be looking at something bigger than Anime Adventures, man. Like if they implement all these and they're just adding all this new features that don't overdo it, this could really be the next big thing. And we need something to kind of dethrone Anime Defenders. Like, look, I love it. I love Anime Defenders. But it's alt defenders at this point. You just have all these alt accounts inflating the player count to 300,000 at times and stuff, and having bi-weekly updates where there's nothing in between. It's a little rough, man, but not to say that they don't have room to grow, I mean, overall, and then if you guys are wondering about release date, we still have no idea about that. Like, look, let's go take a check. Let's see. So, announcements. Last they said was May 27th, saying that they were going to go into June to finish the game. I will say, I have been seeing a lot of people say that June 28th, or sorry, June 29th is the release date. Now, we have no clue how true that is, and it definitely could have got moved if it was true. But I've been seeing a lot of people say that. Don't take my word for gospel though. But with that said, I mean, that's really all that I had to talk about regarding potential features that we could be seeing. And yeah, I mean, if you guys want me to talk about anything else, let me know in the comments. Go ahead and leave a like if you like the video, and go ahead and subscribe to help me out. But yeah, peace out. Hey guys, so it's actually the next day, and I woke up to this announcement here in the Discord. It's not being released this month. That's all right. I'd rather have a really perfected game over something like Anime Defenders, where you feel like there's nothing to do between the 2 weeks that they're making a new update. It's unfortunate, but overall, technically, they never gave us an exact date, so we can't really be mad at them for not releasing this month. But
if they have to take time to smooth out everything, I'd rather them take time and create something that was as good or even better than Anime Adventures. So it is what it is. It'll be out one day, but it'll be worth it. I have hope. So, well, see you.